Why do I think that if you are a dark-skinned person with hyperpigmentation using a vitamin C serum, you're wasting your time? Well, let's get into it because I have a lot to say. Hi, my name is Nye, also known as Ella Beautyologist, and I am your resident internet esthetician. But I'm also a real-life esthetician, and I have been for 7 years. I'm licensed in 2 states, California and New York, and I'm based out of Los Angeles. Is vitamin C helpful for hyperpigmentation on dark skin, or is it a flop? Let's just get right into it because I know this is a very controversial topic. Vitamin C is probably the most popular skincare ingredient. It's like the Regina George of skincare ingredients. It's also one of the most well-studied skincare ingredients. So coming for vitamin C, I'm ready. I have my talking points. I have my reasons. Just hear me out for a second. I feel like my argument is very clear and concise. Now, this is coming from my personal experience as a skincare lover and consumer, my professional experience as an esthetician for 7 years, and as someone with deeper pigmented skin who primarily works on other clients with deeper pigmented skin. First of all, let me just say, if you love vitamin C, if you have a vitamin C serum, if you are a brown brand founder with a vitamin C, keep doing your thing. Use it if you love it. I'm not trying to dissuade you from not using a product that you love, for not selling a product that you love. Do your thing. I don't think vitamin C is dangerous, and I don't think that it doesn't work at all. I just think it doesn't do what it claims that it does. I think it's overhyped. I think it can be difficult to work with, and it's expensive, and it's just not worth all the drama. There are better ingredients, there's better products that do the same thing that you're looking for that you can substitute for vitamin C. I find like heralding vitamin C as an end-all be-all for particularly hyperpigmentation is very outdated. So please keep in mind that like my talking points are not necessarily things that you'll find in textbooks or in studies. Because when it comes to vitamin C, I feel like the industry is behind. And my goal is to move the industry forward while focusing on deeper skin tones. And just to clarify, when I say deeper skin tones, I'm talking about Fitzpatrick types 4 through 6. The Fitzpatrick Scale, also kind of outdated, categorizes skin tones by how reactive they are to the sunlight. So 1 being the fairest, freckly, blonde, or redhead. Even get sunburn in clouds type of skin, all the way through to 6, which is very, very deeply pigmented. I think the industry will eventually catch up to this information and this idea that I'm sharing with you right now. So before you get on your high horse and want to drag me in the comments, please also remember that this is a long list of things that I said that I don't like and don't recommend before the industry caught up and people dragged me, and then a couple years later it became industry standards. Let's kind of go back to the fact that vitamin C is one of the most well-studied skincare ingredients, right? Nearly 70% of all skincare studies, every skincare study ever done, ever to this day, are done on white people. And I find that to be really important because of what vitamin C does and what vitamin C is most heralded for. I find that vitamin C hits all the major pain points for lighter skin. So like Fitzpatrick's 1 through 3. Vitamin C is known for its ability to lighten, brighten, and tighten, right? It is an antioxidant. We'll get into what it being an antioxidant means, but it's an antioxidant. It does brighten the skin, and it promotes collagen production. Even when you visit Harvard Health, the very top 2 points that it makes about vitamin C is that it slows the signs of early aging and it prevents sun damage. For people of deeper skin tones, the concerns of visible signs of early aging are just not there. Every single time I've ever had a client who comes in with early signs of aging and they have a deeper skin tone, they're over the age of 40. And at that age, the signs of aging really appear more like volume loss or fat loss in the face, as opposed to skin laxity or the breakdown of collagen and elastin. Remember, collagen are like pillows for the face that give it its bounciness, while elastin are like rubber bands that give it its stretchiness. So when you lose collagen and elastin fibers, your skin's gonna start to look almost like a balloon that's been deflated a little bit. You're going to start to see fine lines, especially around the eyes and around the mouth, areas of the face that are really dynamic and tend to move a lot. For For people of color, the #1 concern for skin is hyperpigmentation, easily, by far. And vitamin C just doesn't do the heavy lifting to control melanocyte activity like other tyrosinase inhibitors do. Again, I'll get into what tyrosinase inhibitors are. Just give me a second. All skin tones across the board have the same amount of melanocytes. Melanocytes are the skin cells that create melanin. But for darker skin, your melanocytes, my melanocytes, are more active and more reactive. That means we'll tan quicker and easier. That means we're more likely to get hyperpigmentation. That means our hyperpigmentation is going to be deeper and darker. And that means our hyperpigmentation is going to be more stubborn to remove. Vitamin C does well with like sunspots and freckles in fits 1 through 3, but it's really just not doing the heavy lifting that you really need when it comes to treating hyperpigmentation in darker skin types. And I know that that's anecdotal, but I have like 1 million people in my audience and we talk about this all the time. I've treated thousands of clients, mostly darker skin types, and when I give them vitamin C, their skin tends to either get really irritated and reactive, or it just takes forever to fade that hyperpigmentation. Personally, when I use vitamin C, my skin hates it. It always reacts. I've used all types of vitamin C, all pHs, very high levels of vitamin C, high percentages, high quality vitamin Cs, more affordable vitamin Cs. Across the board, my skin is always like, girl, what are you putting on me? But no, vitamin C is an antioxidant and it helps prevent free radical damage. Vitamin C is not the only antioxidant in the world, okay? There are many antioxidants that are not as unstable and not as reactive as vitamin C is. Because vitamin C is so unstable and reactive, formulating vitamin C can be very difficult. Obviously, I'm not a cosmetic chemist, but you can tell by vitamin C formulas that it's difficult, right? Like in water-based solutions, vitamin C's tend to break down very quickly. So they really should be in airless pumps and UV-coated bottles, but those are expensive. So to get a really high quality vitamin C, oftentimes you're paying a lot of money. And there are a lot of vitamin C's on the market in dropper bottles, which absolutely drives me nuts. Then there are water-free solutions of vitamin C, which are just oily or gritty because it's just not a cosmetically elegant product to work with, and I hate incorporating it into my routine. It just doesn't feel nice, it doesn't smell good, and honestly, it's just more trouble than it's worth. Vitamin C prevents my collagen breakdown. So does SPF. And so does melanin, honestly. And my argument here is really for vitamin C use for hyperpigmentation in deeper skin tones. If you have a deeper skin tone, your collagen production is fine. And if you're wearing SPF, you're doing excellent. And in terms of skincare ingredients that are going to increase collagen production, retinol is the gold star. Outperforms vitamin C by far. So if that is a concern, use a retinol. Free radical damage is also caused by pollution, intaking excess sugar, stress, lack of sleep, on top of UV rays. So there are lifestyle and external things that you can do to reduce the free radical damage that's going on in your skin. Okay, now that I've properly dragged vitamin C for fill, let's get into what I recommend instead. First, let's talk about antioxidants. Antioxidants are very important for fighting free radical damage. Antioxidants are more or less like, think of it like Pac-Man and those little ghost things, right? Those ghost things are free radicals and they damage your skin, they break down cells, they prevent your skin cells from working properly, right? Antioxidants work like a cleanup crew to clean up those ghosts and help your skin be a lot more healthy. Free radical damage doesn't just happen in the skin, but I'm an esthetician, so I'm talking about the skin. Niacinamide is also an antioxidant, and niacinamide is also helpful for hyperpigmentation. Resorcinol is another antioxidant that is excellent for treating free radical damage as well as hyperpigmentation. CoQ10 is another antioxidant that is excellent for early signs of aging. So maybe you do have some fine lines and some skin laxity. CoQ10 is excellent at helping to support collagen production and skin function. Speaking of collagen production, remember I mentioned that retinol is going to be the gold star for collagen production. There's also lots of treatments you can do that help collagen production. Microneedling, chemical peels are going to be really important if you want to take that extra step. Also, look for ingredients with peptides and stem cells that provide building blocks for your skin cells in order to create more tissue. And last but not least, hyperpigmentation. The number one concern for skin of color. You're going to want to look for products with these ingredients and have a mixture of these ingredients, a blend, because hyperpigmentation has a very long chemical reaction chain, and you really want to target different points in that reaction chain to really target hyperpigmentation effectively. My favorite ingredients are licorice root extract, kojic acid, niacinamide, tranexamic acid, azelaic acid, and alpha hydroxy acids like mandelic acid and lactic acid. And then, of course, there's SPF use. I think every single skincare expert is going to drill into your head SPF use, but it's extremely important because UV rays cause free radical damage, UV rays cause cellular breakdown of collagen, and UV rays worsen hyperpigmentation. So if any of this was of concern to you, you need to be wearing SPF every single day. My name is Nai, also known as Ella Biologist, and thank you so much for watching. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to like and share and subscribe. I am back on YouTube once a week with professional skincare knowledge, and I can't wait to see you next time. And remember, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it.